Hey everyone, my name is Mary Kniff and I'm from My Extraordinary Life. Today I'm going to teach you all about LRP. I'm going to show you how to set one up. I'm going to show you how to switch warehouses. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the benefits from ordering from each warehouse. We're going to go over how to tell if it's set up correctly, how to save it, and all that other stuff. So I've had some people ask me, and that's why I'm doing this video, just so that you guys know how to do it at home. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen real quick. So this is your doTERRA office. So if you have a membership, then you have a login and a number, and then we'll get you to this screen. Now, I have some tabs at the top here that you may not have, and that's just because I'm doing the business. So yours may look a little bit different, but if you're under shop or home or whatever yours is called, it will look like this. You'll have a banner at the top with the promotions for the month, and then you're gonna have all the available product down here that you can shop for. So over here, this is called our LRP template over here. So right now I've selected US. So this means that I am shopping in the US warehouse. So as a Canadian, I get to shop in the US warehouse. We do not pay duty or tax. It is already reflective in the price that is online. So what you pay is what you see online, and then plus your exchange. Where if you were to order from the Canadian warehouse, which is another option for us, there's just not as many products available in Canada, but you would pay in Canadian. Now, the oils are a little bit more expensive in the Canadian warehouse than they are in the US. They charged about a 1.2 conversion when they were pricing Canadian stuff. Some is a little bit better. So just make sure you look at your prices. And then depending on what province you live in Canada, you're gonna pay your tax on top of that. So in Ontario, we pay an extra 13%. On top of that price. Where in the States, you just pay what you see plus exchange. So really, if you order from Canada or the US, the dollar amount is not very different. So sometimes we have products that are only available in the US, and some people get upset about that, but really if you do the math, like I'm a huge math person, if you do the math, it's really not all that different. Okay, so my LRP right now is set up for US. So if I click this button here, I'm gonna open up my current LRP. Okay, so this is my LRP here. You can see that I have my address, my credit card is on file, my email, and the date here. So my next LRP is going to run on June the 11th. So if I did nothing and I left this the way it was, then my LRP would run on June 11th. Because I sell, my cart always needs to be at 100 PV. So this is where you're gonna see the PV. So I have my oils here. I obviously I'm not gonna buy 7 Restful Complex, even though I love them. But you can see the PV value is here, and then the price is here, okay? I know that it is an LRP because it says up here in the corner, monthly LRP order date, and it's purple. So that's how I know. So I can shop, I can add things to my cart. So I'll just hit the shop tab. So now you see here, it says now editing my LRP, it's purple. So I know I'm good. I'm just gonna come in here, I'm gonna add some stuff. I'm gonna add an arbor vitae, so it's like my fave. Let's see, what else do I want? Oh, I want some copaiba soft gels and maybe some coconut oils. I'm gonna add that to my cart. So I'm gonna come up here, review my cart. Okay, and now I can see that my PV is 195. And this is my dollar, so 228 US. If you click here, view totals, it is gonna add in your shipping. Now the awesome thing about being on LRP is that you redeem points. So you can see here that my shipping is $12.99 US, but I'm gonna get it back 13 PV in shipping points credited to my account so that I can use that next month to buy products for free. So I could technically use this 13 points that I get next month, and I could buy this for free, this coconut oil, because the coconut oil is 12.72 PV. So my 13 PV, I would be able to get a free coconut oil next month, if that's what I wanted. But as you can see, I really like to build up my points, and then I like to do like a big buy, because every time you use your points, there is a stocking fee of $4. So I just love to use like my points in big numbers, because then I just get like a really good bang for my buck. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with this. So I'm just gonna hit save. So I use my LRP cart as like a running shopping list. So when I run out of something, I'll usually go and add it to the cart just so that I know that I don't forget to order it the following month. Okay, so that's my US. So let's pretend that I wanted to do a Canadian LRP. Or I wanted to just delete my US and then have a Canadian one, which is totally acceptable. So I'm gonna click on Canada. Now I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna do create new LRP. This is also how you would set it up if you don't have an LRP already. So then I'm gonna pick my automatic ship date. Now you can change your ship dates all the way up until, so let's say my ship date is May 27th. I would have until May 26th at 11 p.m. to change it, because at midnight, like on the 27th, so after like 11:59 p.m. on the 26th, that order will run, and they're really hard to change. So I already did my May order, so I'm gonna do June 13th, and then I'm gonna say add product. Now I'm gonna add product. I'm gonna, let's do some long life vitality because it's amazing. So we'll do some of that. And now because I'm doing my long life vitality, I get these extra, I could buy these at an extra discount. So if you do it in the States, there's actually more that you can choose from. The kids' vitamins are one, and I love doing that. So I'm gonna add these for $25.75 instead of like $60, I believe is what they normally go for. Okay, so I've got that. So now my PV is at 7D.5. All right, let's order some more stuff. So I'm gonna go continue shopping. I know that I'm still adding to my LRP because here you can see that it's purple. All right, let's add some other stuff. Go in here. So I want the concentrate. I need some more On Guard. So I need some more toothpaste. Oh my goodness, I love the laundry detergent. And a spray. All right, let's see, what am I up to? So with doTERRA, you get free things depending on how big your order are. So my PV is 149 PV. Okay, so I'm gonna go into review my cart. Okay, a few totals just because I'm curious. Okay, so see how my shipping in Canada is only $5.99. So I'm gonna get 6 points credited to my account because my shipping was only $5.99. All right, so then I'd have to add in my address and I'd have to update my credit card and all that stuff. And then I would save it. Here, I'll just do this now so you can see. Oh, look, I've got lots of names in here. Okay, so my address is there, everything's there. I'm gonna hit save. Okay, so now I have 2 LRPs. You're gonna see here. Okay, so if I did nothing, this would ship to me on June the 13th and this would ship to me on June the 11th. Well, I don't want 2 LRPs. So I'm going to cancel my US one. So I go in here, and now cancel this LRP shows up. And that will only show up if you have another LRP set up, because they don't want you to mistakenly cancel your LRP, because if you do that, then you lose the points that you are at. So I'm gonna cancel this one. I'm gonna say yes. If I wanted to cancel my LRP completely, I just need to chat into doTERRA quickly, and then they will cancel it for you. All right, so now I've got my Canadian LRP set up here for to run on the 13th, and my volume is 149 PV. So usually if you run, every single month, if you run an LRP before the 15th and your PV points are at 125 or more, you get the free product of the month. So right now in Canada, oh no, this is US, sorry, I need to switch. Okay, Canada. So right now in Canada, the oil of the month is wild orange. So when I ship this, if I ship this before May 15th, I would get a free wild orange. Some months there's 200 PV promos. So you would get the product of the month, which is the wild orange, plus you would get a bigger, more expensive oil. So in March, it was deep blue. You got deep blue rub plus deep blue oil plus the oil a month if you did a 200 PV order before the 15th of the month. Okay, so that is that. Now let's show you what happens if you are shopping around and you do a standard order by mistake, because this is kind of wonky. So let's pretend you forget to click on here first. You always have to click on your LRP first before you start adding to the cart. So I'll show you what happens if you don't do that. So I didn't click on it. I'm gonna buy an Arbor Vitae. See how this changed to a one-time standard order? So if I went and processed this, my LRP would still run for that month. It wouldn't change. So I don't want that. I don't want blue. You want purple. So I would want to click on this. And then you can either add product to your cart by the quick add or by hitting continue shopping. Okay, so, and I can see that my cart is purple. Once you're done adding whatever you want to add to it, so we'll add this Arbor Vitae to it. I'm gonna go under to review cart. Okay, so now I'm here. To make any changes before I exit, you have to hit save changes. So we're gonna save the changes. So now I know if I exit, I'm good. This is taking a little bit. Okay. So let's go back in for a sec. All right, so we're back in. So let's say I want to process this order right now, because a lot of times what I do is I set my LRP date to the end of the month, and this is where you edit your date. So you would edit your date here, you edit your email here, you edit credit cards here, and you edit shipping information here. So if I wanted to change my date, I would simply click this button and edit my date. See, I could pick any other of those dates. Now, let's pretend I wanted to ship this today. I would go to continue. Sometimes it just takes a few minutes. Okay, so this is my order. So it shows everything that I want to order. It shows how many PV points I'm going to earn off this order. So I'm going to earn, because I am now at 30% back. So you start at 10% back and you work your way up to 30. So if I process this order, I would get 51.75 PV credited to my account to spend on whatever I want, plus my $5.99 or my 6 PV for shipping. So I would have like 57.75 points just from this order. So you can see how your points really quickly add up, especially once you hit your 30. And then I can either say process as scheduled on June 13th, or I can hit process order now, which I'm not gonna go near because I don't wanna do that, okay? And then that way, let's say it's a special BOGO month, or it's, you just wanna ship your order early, because a lot of us like to do that. We set our dates late and then we put what we want and then we go ahead and ship it early. You would hit process order now. So I just wanna return to my cart, okay? And then I'm gonna do save changes. Now, to check to make sure that you did it correctly. So if I was, let's pretend I did hit process now. This date would change to the next month. So I would know right away if it processed correctly. And then I know that it's purple, right? So I know what my volume is showing here, and I know when my next ship date. So every time I ship an order to myself, I always check my ship date to make sure that I did it correctly. Another way to check is to go to my Wellness Advocate, click on my orders, and order and package tracking. So these are all my orders since February, I guess it's showing here. They don't show all of them, so just I can click here and then I can see what my order was, which was 4 citrus blooms, because it was amazing. And see, I got the product of the month, which was cool too. Okay, so then that's how you can tell where your tracking is, and you can just make sure that everything went through good. Okay, so yeah, that's how you switch back and forth. Always make sure it's purple. Purple's your friend. Here's your PV. So you always want to do, if you want the product of the month, just make sure you ship before the 15th of that month, and that your volume is at least 125 PV. So in Canada, oils don't equal 1 for 1, where in the US they do. So see, my Arbor Vitae is $28 Canadian. It's worth 23.5 PV. So in order to get the free product of the month, you need your PV to equal 125. Now, when I want to spend my PV, so let's say I have 24 PV to spend, I can still get this free because the PV is 23.5, which is lower than 24. So I would be able to get this. Even though it's $28, I redeem my PV by my PV value, unless it is a product. Okay, so let's pretend I want this On Guard concentrate for free. I would have to use 18.5 PV to get this free, not 10.5, because products are not worth 1.1. So for oils, you redeem by the PV value, and all products you redeem by the dollar value. I'm going to just click over here into the US and just show you this. So see, Arbor Vitae in the US is $23.50 US, and it's $23.50 PV. So in the US it equals, where in Canada it doesn't. This one's a little bit off, but most of them equal. We had a little bit of a couple of price increases just recently, but as you can tell, most of them are very equal to their PV value. All right, everyone. So I think that is it, what I need to tell you about LRP. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me or reach out to the person who enrolled you. If that person isn't doing the business or isn't sure, then feel free to send me a message on Facebook. You can find me at My Extraordinary Life. Just reach out to me, put a comment on the page, or just send me a direct message on Instagram. I'm My Extraordinary Life as well. You can send me a DM, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great night, and yeah, enjoy setting up your LRPs. It's really been beneficial, and it's a great way to get a lot of free product. See you later.